Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, what is up? The King of Lightning is here today, bringing you guys and gals Dragon Ball Super episode 47 review, an actual review. We're gonna cover the animation, the pacing, the characterization, and finally the story progression. So I gotta say though, I am really stoked to see my boy Future Trunks once again. That's my dude. If they set those androids free, no! That's my fucking dude. I'm stronger than my father, hulking up. I love Future Trunks. I really do. I'm confused why he didn't go Super Saiyan. Like, Goku Black is in. He's touching down. Or Black. All right, I can't say Goku Black. But in the article, Toriyama calls him Goku Black. Either way. Black touches down. And Trunks is fighting against Black. Does not go Super Saiyan. I'm like, dude, you're like... Why? I don't know. I have no idea. But maybe there's a reason for that. Either way, Trunks is in. Future Trunks, the good Trunks, Kid Trunks, man. Unless he's gonna combine with Goten and make Gotenks, okay, fine. But aside from that, Future Trunks is awesome. So first of all, the animation. The animation was overall okay. There were some scenes that were like, man, like the beginning Trunks running scene in like the middle of the ruins. That was a very meh scene. It was not that well animated. Like there were some scenes like that, but then there were other scenes that are fairly well animated, like when Trunks does like the sword wave, he cuts the energy attack in half. Then Black proceeds to do an energy volley, and how his energy volleys like yellow ki, but it's darkened. There's like a dark core that you can see sometimes in the ki, and then sometimes it's also like a weird shade of like dark green. Either way, you have Trunks cut those energy attacks, and then here you have the fire around him. And then you see Goku Black in the midst of that fire. I keep on saying Goku Black, but he is Goku Black, either way. So, you see Black in the midst of the fire, just a shadowy figure, very ominous, and he punks Trunks. So, there were good scenes, there were bad scenes, and they weren't that much different from each other. Like, some scenes were bad, but they weren't, like, terrible. And then some scenes were good, but they weren't, like, amazing. So overall animation, okay. Now when it comes to the pacing and the structure, it is the future, then you go back to real time, then it's the future again, then you go back to real time. So basically you flop in between the future and real time to see what's going on with Future Trunks and then Mai, and then what's going on with Goku and Vegeta and company, and then it shifts back and forth. So I did like how they went back and forth like that, because you're getting a sense about what's happening in real time at that point in time, and then you're getting a sense about what's happening in the future at that point in time. So it's like time is parallel in both the past and the future, and then we're seeing how it's all going to lead up to Trunks returning to the past. So I did like how they did that. Like, it wasn't like they did all Future Trunks stuff, and then at the end of the episode, they went back to the future. Like, no. Again, they're showing you what's happening in real time in both time zones, both the future and the past, or the present, I should say. So that was good. Now, the third thing, characterization. Let's not even start with the future. Let's start with the present. The Omni King. This dude, like what? Dude, Jesus Christ, man. All right, so Omni King apparently is a force. Like, granted, given the name Omni, it's no surprise that he's a force. But this guy is like a massive force. Apparently, the reason why Beerus and Champa were so scared of the Omni King is because the Omni King, in earnest, could destroy whatever he so choose to in like an instant. So apparently, there were 18 universes. Why 18 exactly, I don't know. But apparently there were 18 universes. And the Omni King was in a bad mood for some odd reason. And he destroyed 6 universes like that. Poof, gone. This, the one above all-ish presence in Dragon Ball Z is a little bit, to say the least, dumbfounding, confusing. I would also say it is, in some respects, unnecessary, but he's there. He's there. And apparently this guy is that powerful, where universes could just disappear on the spot. So Omni King, of course, and apparently he doesn't fight. He just erases shit from existence. So I would like to find out what exactly pissed him off to where he destroyed 6 of the 18 universes, how these universes came to be in the first place, why are there 18 universes specifically. So there are a lot of things that I do want to find out as to like the origin of the DBZ, now the DBZ multiverse. The next for characterization is going to be Future Bulma. And there's a bit for her because she is willing to sacrifice her own life. And the way it looks in the episode, she's dead. I mean, she was caught in the explosion. she was eviscerated. You can see Black's hand, and then you can see her. She becomes a silhouette, and then she gets eviscerated. So it looks like future Bulma's dead. But her characterization comes from her self-sacrifice in order to protect her son and save the world potentially by getting Goku and Vegeta and whatnot via the time machine. So it's her self-sacrifice. That's her characterization. Obviously, she is Trunks' mom, and then there's that aspect to her as well. But it's the self-sacrifice, not only for her son, but also for the betterment of the world. Now, the third character for characterization is going to be Future Mai. And the thing here is that Future Mai's characterization, her character scheme is, I wouldn't say it's all that different from, like, present Mai, as far as I can remember, because I'll be honest, Mai is not a character that I really focus on in Dragon Ball, sue me. But Future Mai, you can see when it comes to her relationship with Trunks, she is fairly caring. She found a can of meat and she was willing to give Trunks the entire can. You have her bravery, her courage to be a decoy for Trunks to leave, even though Trunks didn't leave, that kind of stuff. And also Mai has a shotgun. I thought that it was like a bitch ass shotgun, but apparently the shotgun does fire off like energy waves. And I remember I was talking briefly to Finevro about that on Twitter. Like, it may be like a souped up shotgun, and it is like a souped up shotgun, just fire, boom, energy wave, that even Goku Black had to dodge, but I'm guessing that he dodged because he just felt like it. Like, he didn't have to dodge him, but he did anyway. So, Future Mai, she gets characterization because this is her future self, which is a new character, essentially. So, in that regard, it's also a character introduction as well. So, basically, even though there's a present Mai is a known character, whereas Future Mai is not. She's new. And so she has the introduction as well as her characterization via her time spent with Trunks. And then her self-sacrifice as well. However, I don't think that she's dead. I really don't. Because in the opening and whatnot, and also in the article involving Dragon Ball Super, there is focus on Mai as well as Trunks. So why would there be focus on Future Mai if Future Mai was going to die in the first episode of this new arc? No. So my guess here is that she passed out. It appears that she is dead, but she probably will return once Goku and company go to the future. My guess here is that that's going to be the case, where the problem that they have with Goku Black cannot be solved in the past. They have to go into the future. They have to go to the future so they can take care of it. But we'll see how that works out. And finally, the fourth character for characterization is going to be Black himself. Now, I keep on saying Goku Black because in the article, Toriyama refers to Black as Goku Black. And you see him, he looks like Goku. He has a green earring, and there's another character in the opening that looks like the Supreme Kai with green skin. That person has a red earring on like the opposite ear, only one earring. So what's going on there? I'm not too sure. But Goku Black, he has these energy waves that have like a dark core. He is a mean Goku, an evil Goku. That's the way he seems to be right now. His uniform is like Goku's, but it's like a black version of it. Like a black gray and like a red waistband of Goku's uniform. Then it is his mercilessness, where he's willing to kill Bulma. I mean, again, I'm assuming that Bulma is dead. And then possibly killing Mai as well, but I highly doubt it. But he had no mercy. But energy wave, she was sent flying, and then boom on the ground, and and that was really it. And then finally for his character, it's going to be apparently his like distaste for Saiyans, or his hatred for Saiyans. And that's a little bit odd, because he looks like Goku. But the way he was saying, oh, like this is gonna be like your final breath, you Saiyans. I'm like, either he's not a Saiyan, or he is a Saiyan, but he hates his own kind. That's fascinating. Here's what I'm thinking. Before I get to the story progression, Goku Black, oh god, they could do this. Goku Black he could very well be, a different Goku from another universe. You see, Toriyama introduced the multiverse, but since this is the future, we know that it's the future in a different dimension, if you would. So it could be a Goku from another universe in another dimension. So basically, we're talking about omniverse territory. And that could be the case. It could be a Goku lookalike, where there is someone that looks like Goku in their universe. Like, because again, if we have 12 universes, it used to be 18, In the future where Trunks is, that's a different dimension. And we know this because Cell dying in present day and saving Goku and whatnot. The DBZ that we know, that did not affect the future. The future was still the same, but Trunks became more powerful so he could kill Cell right then and there, as well as the androids. So, that's a different dimension. So, like, do you see where I'm going with this? Like, do you see where Toriyama could potentially take this? Just like the mindfuckery with that? Okay, fine. So, in this dimension, maybe you have, like, let's say 14 universes. And then this could be another Goku from another universe, potentially speaking. Or it could be a Goku lookalike from another universe. Or it could be from that same universe in the future, because the future is, again, a different dimension. So, like, he could do that. And why the Saiyan hatred, I don't know. But this guy hates Saiyans for a reason, either because he was told to by that green Kai. I'm assuming he's a Kai. Or it could be because that person, Goku Black, has experience with Saiyans that has been bad. There could be a whole host of reasons. So the origins of Goku Black are going to be very fascinating. But now you get a sense of his characterization and where potentially Toriyama could take this. So we'll have to wait and see. So now let's move on to the final part, the story progression, where you have Goku and Piccolo do like a training thing, like an old school Master Roshi training, which I never thought would have any relevance nowadays, but apparently it does. And Piccolo's actually feeling the burn. Oh, Bernie. All right, fine. So he's feeling the burn. And then you have him go off to where Beerus and Whis are, because Vegeta got a little bit selfish and was training by himself with Whis. So my guess here is this. Vegeta, he saw how Goku was combining the Kaioken with Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan. Vegeta, he needs a form. He needs some type of way to catch up with Kakarot. Goku. So, again, it may be something that is too far-fetched, but I want Vegeta to bring back the tail. I want him to bring back the monkey form. A blue monkey, just a giant ape. That would be sick. That would be so cool. It'd be his way of catching up. Where during like the Saiyan Saga days, Vegeta's way of powering up was that form, and Goku's way of powering up was the Kaioken. So you bring that back, so you can further split apart Vegeta and Goku from a power aspect. And I said that because a lot of what they do is the same. And honest, it's the same. So if you have the monkey thing and then you have the Kaioken, then we're going further apart, and that's a good thing, in my personal opinion. So, moving on. So you have them training, and they haven't gotten word of future Trunks yet, but it's them eating with Beerus and whatnot. Then the real story progression happens with future Trunks. And just the fact that we know that future Trunks is in a bind right now because of this new force, this black person. Brother, no. So we know that future Trunks is in a pickle, obviously. Future Bulma is probably dead, not really confirmed, but probably dead. May be dead, but I highly doubt it. Just the setting itself and the events that unfold in the future by themselves are substantive leaps in the story, because this is a character who was a core character in the entire arc, the Cell Saga. And see what's happening now in the future, I mean, things have gone potentially worse, which is pretty insane. That being said, story overall, pretty damn good. Characters, pretty damn good. Animation, okay. And when it comes to the pacing, I did like it. So when it comes to the episode rating overall, I'm going to say it was a good plus to great. I thought it was fairly strong for the opening of this new arc. And where it goes, I'm not too sure. But I will say one last thing. I'm not really a fan of characters that are remodded and then they're put as like the villains or like another entity. Yeah, this person is Goku. And you can see in the opening where they're doing like a Kamehameha. But it could be a Goku that is not necessarily a Saiyan. It could be like a Kai Goku or basically it's Goku reskinned in some way, shape, or form. So we'll find out what that reskin is in details in the future of the future timeline of Dragon Ball Super. But again, the dude's reskinned. So, we'll see how it rolls. But automatically, I'm not really a fan of that. But I need to try and throw my biases to the side and look at it from a substantive standpoint. So once again, episode rating is going to be a good plus to great, and I'm done. So King Lightning, rate the video, comment, and subscribe as always. Peace! Have a nice goddamn day, and let me know what you thought about the first episode of this arc of Dragon Ball Super and Black the villain. Have a nice one.